Yes. But maybe South could have done something better with five clubs. I mean, if she goes going to five clubs anyway, why couldn't she bid for spades maybe as kickback or some such? I don't know.
Yeah, the ace queen of spades are huge on this auction with the king of spades likely with ease.
If Arthur has two king cards and the queen of clubs, which indeed he has, then you want to be slam.
Well, we just don't know what three clubs showed. I mean, maybe three clubs was forced. Maybe three clubs could have been a club void. We just don't know exactly what two spades meant, and we don't know what three clubs meant. So they missed the laydown slam. In standard, it would, assuming the one diamond opening and assuming the one spade overcall, South would have bid two clubs. And now North would make some big move, maybe a three spade splinter bid, or two spade cupid. I think this is a pretty easy slam to reach, and I would guess many North-South pairs will. It's just an easy layout to reach six clubs with all this control.
One other match, the contract between no clubs and those tables. Disappointing.
Indeed. Well, and I have a question while we're watching the boring play here. Soon Declare will claim 420. In the U.S. championships, the national championships, and ABCs, pretty much all of the events, the top teams are professional. There's a sponsor. And I'm looking at these rosters here for the European Championships, and it doesn't seem to be as much as that. It could be because it's the mixed teams. We're not to the open teams yet. But in general, that's kind of the trend, isn't it? That there's less sponsorism in Europe?
Absolutely correct. Yes, we don't have too many sponsors in Europe. Of course, two of them, Mrs. Lavazza and Fiat Zimmerman. But it's absolutely right. Not too many sponsors in Europe. Not too many live on bridge in Europe by play, unless they're on the Lavazza team or the Zimmerman team, or when hired by an American pro for the Nationals.
So here, this East hand these days, white on red, is probably an opening bid for most of the field. Charles Gorin and Al Roth would be turning in their graves, but to me, this is a one diamond opening in modern bridge. Favorable vulnerability, good suit, and it just seems to be winning bridge. It's a bidder's game. It's not a passer's game.
Oh, no problem. So I mean, just upgrade it to 12. I think it's fine with a strong 5 card suit.
Oh, this will end the auction, and I would guess this will be the auction of most tables. It's just I can't really think of anything else. Once he opens a diamond, it's going to go diamond, spade, and no trump. North-South can't get in, so this is going to be incredibly common. So with diamonds breaking, Declare has 6 sure tricks, and everything is wrong. So there's no immediate 7th trick. King, queen of clubs are wrong, the ace of hearts is wrong, the ace of spades is wrong. So looks to me like only 6 tricks.
I agree. It's a good lead. I mean, many would lead the fourth best card, and that would be Declare's 7th trick.
against one no trump, sometimes leading from 4 to the ace doesn't bother me against 3 no trump, but against 1 no trump, there's usually no hurry. So there's really no pitfall to your defense. I mean, once that queen of clubs wins the first trick, South knows that partner has the king queen, and there's just really no way to mess this up. I can't see anything other than down one. It's a thoughtful play. The 10 of hearts, because presumably the queen already showed the jack, and now you're showing queen jack 10. So South maybe will use the entry now to play another club, seeing that. Yeah, very good. As to which card to lead from 3 small, that's a discussion you can have forever, and whether or not it's no trump against no trump from small cards. A lot of experts lead second highest. Against suit contracts from 3 small, most experts would lead low. But there's no right or wrong. You just agree with your partner.
Board 1 had a pretty strange option in your room, I would say. North opened a diamond. East decided to pass, not to come in with 1 spade. South bid 2 clubs. Apparently not game forces. Now North bid 2 hearts. And then East came in with 2 spades, which South doubled for penalty. That went 2 down. It's hardly a triumph when you have 6 clubs code.
Yeah, bad result for North South to get 300 when they have 920.
Well, we didn't get to see it all, but we could also predict that this contract would go 1 down, and so it did. Right. Board number 3. Maybe something more interesting.
Well, is that a Polish 2 spade bid, spades in another, or is it too strong? I mean, they don't play that. He could have opened 1 spade.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if that is a 1 spade opener. Probably in precision. I don't know about standard and to what.
Well, it depends on your style. I would guess, half the field would open that hand of spade these days. So North in third seat is presumably going to open. When you're in third position, especially favorable, you go way out of your way to open the bidding, even with 10 points, 9 points with a decent suit, because it makes it harder on the opponents to bid when they don't get to make the opening bid. Bidding is much more difficult when your opponents have opened than when you get to open.
So negative double. Maybe 4 or more spades, or maybe exactly 4. Depends on agreement.
Well, West had many choices available. Maybe the double 2-card support on a good hand. That's one way that players are using it now. I guess we're not going to get an explanation of it.
It's a game. You want to know what it is? This is your game.
Some players use that redouble as a Rosenkrantz redouble, which would show one of the top three heart honors. That's not the case here. Named after George Rosenkrantz, who turned 100 years old recently. That's a redouble of a negative double to show a top honor in your partner's suit.
Who's thinking here, I wonder? Well, East was.
Here's a link to redoubles. And, while Rosenkrantz was a popular way to play this, a lot of players today are playing it the way I mentioned before, a good hand with a two-card fit. They're even playing that after a one-heart opening bit, one of a major double redouble. I believe Mexstruth and Rodwell started that a major double redouble was exactly two-card support and 10 or more points. So what kind of contract is four hearts? Without a trump lead, you're in business. Ace of clubs, off a club. It's hard to get back and forth. The defense should be playing trumps.
I'm not sure. Should he have inserted the 9? How on earth was he supposed to know? The king wasn't best. I don't think you can defeat 4 um, on a diamond lead if father gives up to the king. Now even a trump switch won't help.
Oh, you mean they can set up the diamonds? Trump and a trump and broker? Yeah, because they can set up the diamonds if they pin the jack third, which they would sort of know how to do.
There's the extra entry. So this is the first, and you have 2 more in space. But then again, you are only in 2 hearts. But maybe Mikli will, let's call her Mikli, will show us how to make 4.
Well, she's got a choice here. She could just duck a spade and play for spades 3-3, but on the bidding, that's not going to work. There's the negative double. So it looks like she is going to lead the queen of diamonds now. Well done. If the contract had been 4 hearts, North could have given this more thought. He could read that lead as either a singleton or a low from a 3 to the jack. He probably singleton is not likely. Hmm, I don't know. I don't think it's. Oh yeah, because East with hearts and clubs, so he could have figured it out maybe to put in the 9. Am I saying he or she wrong? Who's the he and who's the she here?
North is the he. Georgi Matushko and Anna Gurevich.
Well, if they put up the first names, I could have figured it out.
If you click on the names, you will also see it.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. They even have photos.
And you can even get the convention cards, you see.
Wow, this is a big improvement since the last time I've done this. Did this come about in the last year or so?
No, before that, actually, it's done by Troy and Kira. They're from Australia, from Melbourne. It's his site, actually, and he does all that. And he has, for most partnerships, at major championships.
Terrific. Now, why would two diamonds be alertable? Is it possible that they play that shows diamonds and hearts? When I played with Marty Bergen, we played, when the response was 1-no trump, we played don't. We played double showed 1 suit and bids showed that suit and a higher, not counting the opener suit. So maybe two diamonds showed red suits.
Could be. And that's why he North changed his partner. Well, he had to. All of playing at the other table is his regular partner, but he's not allowed to play with a man in the mixed. So that's why we have two convention cards up. I think that's very convenient, because next time, in the OPC, for instance, May Seaman, Matusha and Olaf, and then we have the convention card.
I wonder, Roland, if it's just a matter of time in this world. Somebody's going to sue and say that this mixed pairs is not gender correct and the man should be allowed to play with a man. You just never know in this world. This is the mixed team, though.
It is. But they have no seating restrictions anymore. Remember I said that yesterday? They used to have first 3 or 4 Open Championships. Women had to sit east and south. But that is not the case anymore.
Yeah, I played with Kerry Sanborn in the World Mixed Pairs, and I remember all the men had to sit in the same seat, and all the women in the same seat. That was in Verona, 2006, so certainly in effect 11 years ago, they declared that seating arrangement. So the hearts are favorably located if the player leaves a heart to the jack, and then passes the ace. That's as opposed to deep finessing to the king and the 10. For now, the player is going to want to start getting trump strong, so she's going to play a diamond. No?
She's a big trouble anyway. With his heart split, when diamonds are 4-1 and the ace of spades is offside. She is in real trouble.
Yeah, here comes the bad news.
East May has the king of clubs. She's tried to catch the king of clubs. It won't stand up, of course, and she knows that, but she's still in control because she has 2 trumps. So spades can wait. Well, you expected the board number 2 to be flattish, didn't you? 1-no trump at those tables. Indeed, the country was 1-no trump in the other room as well. But it was doubled and went 2 down even. I don't know how.
Well, there's 6 top tricks, 5 diamonds and the ace of clubs.
Or did she go 2 down?
Well, actually, she got a lead where she could have made the contract. Sal played the 2 of spades and the queen jack 4th. But the declarer come up with the 10, 7 tricks. Well, that's the end for the declarer. You can trump for a trump and has the Sanchez for us.
Like it. What happened?
That was strange. She thought the declarer was trump.
How did she miscount? I think the declarer had something like
It's going to cost a trick. Certainly going to cost a trick. Now the declarer is going to get an undeserved trick out of this.
Maybe that was an operator error earlier, I'm told, when Sal's bluffed with the Jack of Diamonds. Maybe that was. Yeah. Okay. So let's believe 200.
Well, in the old days, the sport might have been passed out. It's so rare to see a pass out in modern bridge.
Yeah, I don't like to open sub minimum 1444 because I don't have a convenient rebate. I've got one spade, and I certainly don't like it when there's some small singles. But it's a matter of style.
I would read it 2 clubs with the easy hand. I like one though to guarantee 2 spades. It just makes it easier on your partner. So, like here, West is going to expect. My partner knows I have at least 2 spades. That's why I don't like to read it more than with a singleton.
Well, this is a lovely contract in my point. Passing it out would have been better, please, West. As I said, I don't think you should open sub minimum 444 hands. Especially not 1444.
Well, had she rebid 2 clubs, a diamond, a spade, 2 clubs, now it would go 2 diamonds. 2 diamonds is at least a playable contract, and in fact, on the way of the cards, 2 diamonds would do very well. Not very well, but at least these Wests would go plus if they were in the diamond board score, even a heart-to-heart score. This is a diamond suit that's kind of interesting in that we can see when diamonds are played, East-West play on diamonds, they can hold it to only one loser by playing the diamond from the West hand with the king-queen on side, and everyone's thinking, oh yeah, only one diamond loser. But the odds favor finessing against the 10. When the West leads diamonds, he could assume play for king-10 low or queen-10 low, and actually it would go higher diamonds, low 10. So that's the way, as an expert, would lose 2 diamond chicks on the play out.
So Larry's saying play for honor 10, queen 10, or king 10 on side, rather than specifically king queen. So odds must be 2 to 1.
Now, even if North splits his honors and puts in the queen, which he probably shouldn't, still you don't know because what experts do now is it's an amazing game. When they have king 10 low or queen 10 low, they'll sometimes play second hand high to try to look like they have king queen and throw the player off their track. I wonder if South gave a suit preference signal, because otherwise shifting away from that king queen of clubs looks pretty dangerous to me. How does he know the player doesn't have ace 10 of clubs? Maybe South play a trick on by agreement with the suit preference for clubs.
Maybe it was. So I think it was a count.
The player is in some mode here. He's trying to take some tricks. Probably try to jump a club in his hand now.
Well, as I said at the beginning, it would have been better to pass it out. Or Larry started by saying, in the old days this would have been a passer. They hardly exist anymore.
Well, we add to that that they played in their 6-card bit when they had several 7-card bits available. That was compounded the problem.
By the way, Dan Berkowitz and Chris Malenkin, married couple, as we said earlier, they've been touring Italy for a few weeks now with Migri and her husband, Pietro Campanile, who is Italian. They've been all over the place, Rome, Florence, and now they are in Montecatini.
I've been to Italy about 20 times. I love it. I just can't get enough of it. My wife and I just go there almost every year to travel. We've rented villas in Tuscany. We just love it there.
Beyond Tuscany. But you haven't made it to Montecatini yet?
No, we were saying yesterday. I've been all around it. I've been in Lucca and Pisa and Florence, but never here. And I do expect my commission check from the Italian Tourist Bureau now in the mail. I'll give them my address.
So tell us about the responsive double, Larry. Tell me your
Well, first of all, so East opened at diamond. I might have opened at no trump. I would call that hand worth 15 to 17. Definitely would have upgraded that to no. But East opened at diamond. South doubled. Nolan and I discussed this the previous set. South had a balanced hand like this, but this time not vulnerable with a 4-card major. Big difference. So we like South double. West bids are hard, and now North double is a matter of partnership agreement. Some play it as penalty, and some play it as cards. So you just have to agree with your partner what it means when it goes X suit A double and then it responds in suit B and you double. You have to know if it's penalty or cards. The way I play, I would just bid one spade. I don't know about you, Roland.
I would bid one spade. Yes. Would I? No, I think double will show 4 hearts for me, and the 2 hearts will show 5. In case West has sucked. You know, they sometimes do that. when they have a great diamond fit, they bid a major they don't have. So I like to disclose a possible strike by doubling if I have 4 hearts, and by bidding 2 hearts if I have 5. So I think I would double.
Well, that's fine, but since they're apparently playing it as responsive, to me, if you're playing double as responsive, you would just bid a spade if you had 4 spades. So double would be cards and not 4 spades. So neither of us understands this double.
No. It's easier and clear cut if it goes 1 diamond, double, 2 diamonds, double. Right? Then it's just cards showing. Both majors. Yeah.
I'll try to put up a link in a minute to responsive doubles, but I'm on record as I'm in one no trump by East. One no trump pass is my recommended option on this deal. Okay, so there's something on responsive doubles. And I haven't reviewed what I wrote, but I would be pretty sure I mentioned that it's a matter of partnership agreement as to what the double is here. Certainly if they bid and raise a suit, if they bid and raise, then I certainly recommend double is not penalty.
The Russians did extremely well on board 4 at the other table, remember? Where South was allowed to play 2 diamonds, was it down 2 or something in this room? Now East-West in the other room bid 4 spades. Huh? And that contract made 620 and 10 imps.
Well, they did have that huge club bid on the side. I was wondering about a club game or maybe even a club slam. 4 spades, yeah, double thinking spades was on side, so sure, East-West had an easy game, if not a slam with a black suit. We were remiss not to point that out. Well, West is quite heavy for one no trump, although when you're vulnerable, the one no trump overcall is really more like 15 plus to 18. And then West certainly has a good 18 with the spades over the bidder.
Danger looming?
Maybe pleased about how this auction is going. Yeah. Well, North, really, I would just bid 3 clubs, and I don't, yeah, there we go. I don't care what my partners in the majors is. Anyone going to double? I don't see it. I don't see that anyone's going to double. I think it's going to be 3 clubs undoubled.
Would you consider non-forcing 2 clubs directly?
Actually, it doesn't play that. Yes, but maybe I would have, but they probably systemically couldn't. I'm guessing 2 clubs would have been conventional, like clubs and another or something. Otherwise, I'm sure he would have bid 2 clubs the first time. Actually, 3 clubs isn't that bad. With the club splitting, you lose 2 clubs, and it's only down 1 trick. Exactly what Sal had in mind when she picked up her hand, is putting down the dummy in 3 clubs.
Well, she picked them up. She had a nice hand. 10 count, yes, but 5 5 in the majors. It's not a nice dummy for partner in 3 clubs. I agree.
So this is actually the best lead for the defense, because I'm thinking maybe they can get a diamond rook out of this. Let's see. It's declared diamonds returned.
It's true, they
Well,
can
not
get
only
high,
that, but he can rough.
but he can block the suit by going up with the ace.
Well, he can, but even if he doesn't block the suit, I'm wondering if they can get the rough because it's with a natural. I think West would have to underlead his spades to get his partner into that rough and between hands. Right? Declare plays ace and a club, and West has to underlead his spades. Now, I would have given a suit preference to maybe McGree. Maybe she played high and low in clubs, and the operator just, the operator has her playing low with high, which would tend to show a heart card. So, based on this underlead, I'm guessing she played high low in clubs to show spades cards. So very well done for the extra under trick.
And that too. Asked if 3 notes come West possible. I would say no. I don't know.
Also, he should have, with her diamond spots, also emphasized the suit preference to the spades. And good expert players, they do this routinely. East should have played her diamond spots like from the top down after the first round of diamonds, and between that and the club high low, that's enough to convince West to underlead the ace of spades. As far as Reno Trumpies West, I don't know. It looks to me like a mess, but maybe.
That is a great hand.
Reno Trump, where there's 8, there's 9. I mean, I would think they just play diamonds, though. Yeah.
We could all see themselves make a grand slam here. No, not in second. I want to be disciplined in second seat because there's only one opponent to preempt, and there's one partner.
I agree with you. I would open that hand 3 clubs only in third seat. So wow, East is up there with 3 spades, not only 2 spades, but taking advantage of third seat white. I think South has no choice but to start with a double, unless she wants to just overfold 6 hearts. I've seen stranger things.
That wouldn't be outrageous. I mean, she can't really get her hand across anyway, can she? Let's say she starts with a double, the partner bids clubs. Then what? I mean, then you're too good to bid 4 hearts, aren't you?
Yeah, there she agrees with us. She just took a shot. Actually, the right contract 7 clubs. Yeah, I think 7 clubs is pretty good. This is exciting. Ace spades, 6 spades. I was going to say when Lincoln would raise to 4 spades. I always bid 4 spades over 4 hearts. This is an extension of it, I guess. 6 spades over 6 hearts.
Wow.
Now, if North passes, the old expression of North passing here would be first round spade control, but I think on this auction it should just be a general Grand Slam try.
Aha! Partner alerted by no passing.
Pass, invited, typically invite in a Grand Slam, and maybe South should do it. Her partner must have the ace of clubs if he's inviting a grand. Some people play that when the opponents are obviously sacrificing, that double should exactly win the trick, or pass should exactly win the trick. So how many will this be down? Declare's going to lose 2 diamonds, a heart, a club, and 2 spades. What is that down? 5?
Yeah. The ideal defense would be a jack of clubs, which is usually ace and a trump back, wouldn't it? Maybe not. Maybe it's better.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. It's fine. You have a heart and two spades.
Yeah. 1100 is cheaper than a Grand Slam, but not the small slam that we're in.
What, three in, 10-10 against 1100 is 3 in, but it's not a terrible result because you can hope your partners are in 7 hearts or 7 clubs. 7 no trump maybe is the best contract.
Acolo fac economia.
Well, obviously, Padres diamonds was stiff, so not thinking about overtaking to give partner a rough. He doesn't know that she has 2 lateral jump tricks.
Well, now that he threw away the queen of diamonds, he'd be giving her a rough in exchange for the natural diamond trick.
Și să le fierbi tu acolo. Că poate vrei să faci o ciorbă, o supă, o ceva. Nu, eu așa mă gândeam că eu nu fac. Deci eu vreau să le fierb ca să le pun pe urmă la prăjit.
It's a question for you, Larry. What would 5 hearts meant? 3 spades, 5 hearts?
Well, for me, that would mean I have 2 small spades and the rest of the deck. So I was looking for spade control, something like 2 little, ace, king, queen, jack, 10, 7, ace, king, ace, something like that. 11 tricks with no spade control. I assume you agree with that interpretation, Marvel.
Adică partea de sus și partea de jos. Așa mă gândesc.
Actually, I think 6 hearts was a fair shot. When passes his spade, which he alerted on his side of the screen, we don't know if South took it as forcing, in which case he has the ace of clubs, as you suggested. Was he afraid that West might have a trump trick?
Lângă pulpa ta dacă vrei pune.
Not likely once he's got 6 spades. Who's going to sacrifice with queen third of trumps, right?
Right.
Fiartă și prăjită, că nu e bună numai fiartă.
So if the pass was forward going, we think South should have bet 7 hearts.
Acum s-a răsupit, dar normal. Păi îl trimit că așa nu face nimic, și mă enervez că el se pune să uite la televizor și eu muncesc ca rob.
Maybe 3 spades, any one choice, even the third, king empty to 6, virtually out.
I don't know.
Even over past 2 spades, I could see 6 hearts.
Și du-te repede. Că degeaba îi zic eu, dar trebuie să fac duș, să mă spăl. Păi da.
Well, if North doesn't open, I think third seat favorable. South might open, and if it goes 3 passes, I would open a no trump for sure with the West hand.
Quite a battle to be among the top 16 that you will see, especially down around 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It is the last match, remember? 10 boards here. It will be a struggle for many teams.
stă și bea o apă și...
Okay, so this is 10 to 12.
Te-am pupat și
Yes.
bine.
Double shows cards, penalty. East has a clear pass in my view.
Oh yeah, the general rule says when your partner makes a penalty, double of one trump, and you're balanced, you leave it in, no matter what your strength. Only pull with shape.
What do you think two diamonds was alert?
Interesting.
I
I wonder why West wouldn't double that
unless
they play that double would be takeout. Maybe East has the double for takeout and West has to convert it, because surely West would have doubled two diamonds if he could have for penalty.
the
The
cards
cards
are
are
sitting
very
very
friendly for
north-south.
north-south. I mean, the King Queen of Hearts drops there, and the clubs are onside.
Something
Something
seems
seems
to
to
have
have
gone
gone
wrong.
wrong. I would think this is a forcing pass situation,
But you
that
can't
you can't let them,
once they
once
can
they
double
can double, then
know
one no
for
for
penalty.
penalty.
My
My
rule
rule was always
set
that set up a forcing pass.
That was also my rule, is either we double them in everything or we take over. They can't play undoubled anymore. Been very fast to this table. They're still on board 6 in the other room.
So
So starting tomorrow,
the
these top 16 teams are going to be playing very short knockout matches. I believe they're just one session knockout matches. Do you know if it's
how many
boards, Roland?
Let me see. We have two halves in the round of 16 and also in the quarterfinals tomorrow. And they have now 2 hours, so it can't be 10 boards anymore. It can't be 16. So my guess is 12 or 14 per half. So it's a 24 or 28 board match.
That'll be a lot of action. I guess a very short knockout match. Ideally, that's not a great format, but they're trying to squeeze this event into 4 days. It is what it is. But those are going to be very short knockout matches where the favorite won't necessarily be winning them all.
Will she get out for one down if she guesses the jack of spades?
Well,
She doesn't have to do it because it's not a club. Oh.
No, because she played the club to the king earlier. So she has no second tricky club. If she takes a spade for this, well, she's on her way. I think she'll go one down only.
Right. Undoubled and down one, minus 50. One of the reasons we get 10 to 12 no trump, especially in this volatility, is so successful is unless you're playing against a practiced partnership, they don't know what the bids mean. They might have an initial understanding, okay, doubles penalty, but then they don't know their subsequent doubles and what's forcing, and
you can get
you
away
can
with
get away with
murder
murder
if you're
if you're
playing
playing
this
this against
pairs
pairs
who
who
haven't
haven't
discussed
discussed
all
all
the
the
follow-up.
follow-ups.
So on to the
on
last
to the
board
last board
of the
of
match,
the
the
Swiss
and the
and
day.
the day.
Many thanks
Many thanks
to
to
Soren
Soren Simic,
Simic,
operator from Croatia.
At this
At this
table,
table,
no
no
errors.
errors.
It's been
It's been
extremely
extremely good.
Thank you,
Thank
Larry.
you, Larry.
Pleasure as
Pleasure
always.
as always.
Thank you,
Thank you, Roland.
Thank you,
Everyone watching. BBO, the European Bridge Federation, League, and
We're
probably leaving out people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll
resume tomorrow.
Same
Time as usual. 10:30 Central European Time.
With the
With
first
the
half
first half of the round of 16.
Only four
segments tomorrow.
Two with
the round of 16 and two with the quarterfinals.
Larry
and I will be back for the second half of the quarterfinals late in the day.
That's half an
hour
hour
earlier. You know. Well, it's 6 p.m. Central European time, Larry. It's not too bad. 10 a.m. for you.
Yeah, better than today. It was 8:30 a.m. for me.
Okay, so
Here we have the Polish club start, and one of the options is strong hand like this.
You think they're going to end up in
more of a major, and
with
no bad splits. Looks like not much in this.
So
way
South
to
show
play this.
So the edge of Hassan with 5-5 in the matches.
You would
just fall into playing the spade suit correctly. You would tend to just lead a low spade from your hand towards the queen. If that loses to the king, and you can get back to the dummy with the ace of diamonds, you would then finesse against the jack. I guess that option is going to be in play here. The player is actually going to end up making 680.
I'm okay
with that diamond lead from the king. One of the reasons I'm happier to watch than to play, because too many times I've done that, played from the king, and look what happens.
No, it's quite funny because
Rulenko played against the odds earlier today and earned a game, slam string. He had exactly that combination, ace 10 to 5 opposite queen third in the side suit, and he needed to play that suit for one loser, right? He cast the ace. Without wrong, and I'll come back to that. And then low towards Queen X, and West had the Jack. So he was fine. The other table, Michael from Sweden now, played it better in my view. She led low towards her queen, and when that lost to the king, she finessed the 10 on the way back, and lost to the double to the Jack. But I think she played it better.
Maybe there was some bidding or table feel involved.
No bidding, but the opponents.
All right.
This is all for now. Do we want to go to the close two to see what happens on board 8, Larry, just for the fun of it?
Sure,
I'll go over there with you.
See you there.